Was it because it's a different key? Do I have to reset there you go. There you go. There you freaking go. Wait, why is it like dark? Is it not? There you go. Assalamu alaikum, guys. It's Idol again with the Twitter talk. Number 8. I plan to do more, Twitter talks, but thing has been so wild. Actually, it isn't. It wasn't. But I do have a new project. I've been teaching people Japanese, Malaysian people Japanese for free. But I'm gonna monetize it in October, and that's what I'm planning so far. I've got a surge of subscribers this few days, bro. I think it's thanks to my brother. So I got like freaking 2 subscribers yesterday, and that to me means a lot. Still, I don't freaking care. That to me means a lot. I don't care if they see my videos or not, but things happen and things don't sometimes. But there you go. I'm here today. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do the same thing that we did yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about Twitter. Like always, I got a lot of recommended because I haven't been posting a lot. So we went through our bookmarks last time, and so today I want to go through my stuff again. Oh yeah. I seen this one. It's so tragic, dude. I don't know about like where this happened. But apparently, somebody, Vaniyambadi, Tirupaturdis, Tamil Nadu, social activist and MJK party leader, Wasim Akram, was chased and murdered by an unidentified mob. The victim's head was separated from the body and was taken away by the mob, a courtesy. Shoot, people just don't chill, huh? Man, so sad. For real, I don't know what's going on. I guess I need to investigate about this. Wasim Akram. Who is Wasim Akram? Vaniyambadi, Tirupaturdis. Social activist and MJK party leader. MJK party leader. I can't find it on Google. There's nothing on Google. Nothing. It's Wasim Akram. Shoot. I don't know. Oh. MJK party leader. Let me just search that. MJK. Tamimun Ansari is an Indian politician belonging to Manitsaniya Jananayaga Kachi. Oh, okay. MLA Tamil Nadu. I don't know about this, dude. I really don't. Can we find Wasim Akram here? None. Well, I guess I know nothing about this. I do not know why I bookmarked that. Can I just remove that from my bookmark? How do I remove things from my bookmark? Add or remove from lists. Nah, it's okay. It isn't that important. Remove tweet from bookmarks. There you go. Sorry. I didn't know what was that about, so. I realized this was not the intention, but vaccine hesitancy just skyrocketed yesterday. I have received countless messages from people who are vaccinated but who also oppose coercive mandates for others. Pro-vaccine, anti-mandate. Yes, I agree with this. I don't want people to think that I'm an anti-vax. I obviously took my vaccine. I already took second dose of Moderna. So vaccine. A lot of people have problems with vaccine passports, and they started to do that in Japan as well, like ワクチン接種実証 or something, if I'm not mistaken. So you have to kind of like prove yourself to be like having like the passport proves that you have taken your vaccine before this. And the thing is, I disagree with the vaccine passport. Like, it's just you're obscuring human rights. I don't want to sound like I am like super alt-right people, but here's the thing about vaccine passport that I disagree. I've seen a lot of videos on the internet that make sense, that says that vaccine passport is actually okay and stuff like that. But I also see other videos that oppose that, and they kind of make sense to me. But if you ask my own opinion about this stuff, is that, let me make sense of this, okay? People say that people who got vaccinated have to still mask and practice social distancing because the vaccine does not protect you from the virus. Like, you still can get the virus and still spread it to other people, just with the with a little bit of a different, which, if you have the vaccine, let's say if you do get the virus, you won't be dead, or the symptoms won't be as worse. Okay, we can all agree with this, right? It doesn't prevent spreading or getting the virus. It doesn't, right? That's the vaccine. That's what the vaccine does. Everyone can agree on this. So I don't understand why unvaccinated people can't go, like, by their own will, can't go to places that, for example, go to work. Like, some people will refuse to go to work, like in a company, because they say, oh, you're not vaccinated. And people, like, I've talked about this with my friend that day, and she was like, the government's trying to protect the person from dying. And I'm like, this is by their own will. Like, they know they have taken the risks, like, every single day. Like, if you want to go to work, you're taking the risk of going to work because you're there to make money and make a living for yourself. And so, if you ask me, I disagree disallowing unvaccinated people to go to certain places with the vaccine passport. Now, you might say, Ideal, they might be spreading the virus to other people, but we just agreed that the vaccine does not increase defense against the virus. You still can get the virus, you still can spread the virus. So what's the difference? The difference is, people with unvaccinated people, if they get it, they might die. The chance of them dying is higher. We can all agree on this. To me, let them do whatever they want. They want to, like, some of these people, they need money to stay alive. Locking them up, starving them, and making them poor is no different of that. I would rather go out, live my life, deal with the risks that I know that I'm going to take, than staying at the house locked by the government because I don't get shots, I don't get jabs in my freaking arm. If the vaccine does help with not spreading the virus, right? If it does help you, it decreases the chances of you gonna get the virus, then people shouldn't, like, I don't understand why people should still mask. You see what I'm trying to say? This argument, okay, it's like this. Let me just make that very, very simple. If the vaccine does not prevent you from getting the virus or prevent you from spreading the virus, unvaccinated people can still go to restaurant, to gyms, to bars if they want to go there, to work. If vaccine does prevent infection and also or getting the virus, then vaccinated people should have a looser mandate upon them, which in this case they can stop wearing masks, they can be closed and do parties and stuff like that, what kenduri or something like that, right? If the vaccine does prevent infection. This is what I'm thinking, right? It can't go the other way. It can't go, you can't have the cake and eat it. Like, if you support that the vaccine does help with infection and prevents you from getting the virus, then you should obviously loosen the restrictions on vaccinated people, but that's not the case. Vaccinated people still have to wear masks, still have to practice social distancing, still cannot visit their parents and stuff like that. In some places, they do loosen the restrictions a little bit. Like, for example, in Japan, we have this called kanwa. Kanwa for something I can't remember. Kanwa, the amount of people that can go to to places if they're vaccinated and stuff like that. So this is what I don't understand. Why are we doing this on people? That's what I'm trying to say, that I don't think the government is doing their best to really help people with the virus. Because here's the thing, the big picture is, should we let people rot in their houses, getting afraid with a virus that has a small rate of mortality, a small percentage of lethality, versus letting people go outside and be free and make their own life choices and be healthy? Because you're locking people up is not going to prevent anything. Like, people are just going to be more depressed. In Australia, there's an increase of antidepressant prescriptions to people because people want to commit suicide because of the pandemic. Actually, the amount of people who committed suicide is higher than that of the death of COVID-19. And that to me is bizarre, because like, we have lots of other diseases that also kill people at the same rate, right? But we don't see people getting locked down for that. I mean, obviously COVID-19 is a different case. I'm trying to say the lethality rate is low. So why don't we let the people free, make their own decisions? They see it, they believe it. And you might, like, if it's at the early stage of the virus, and you can say to me, ideally, you obviously cannot let the person go out, the virus will spread. I would totally agree with you. I would 100,000,000% agree with you. But here's the problem. The virus is already spreading beyond our control. You remember, this virus started from one person, spreading to millions of people around the world. Imagine what millions of people can do. It can't stop the spread anymore, dude. It's just impossible. What I think that we should do, and this might sound a very radical sort of standpoint, we should just let people go out, do whatever they want, live a normal life like we used to do back before we had these lockdowns, and make people rot in their house. Let them have natural immunity, practice good diets, instead of telling people what healthy lifestyle they should be practicing. We're telling people to be like, just stay in your house, be an obedient sheep, and don't go outside. Okay? And I disagree with that. I don't think this is going to help anybody with the cause. But that's the reality. That is what's been going on right now. And so that's why you see I receive countless messages from people who are vaccinated but also oppose coercive mandates for others, pro-vaccine, anti-mandate. Okay. This is exactly how I feel. You know what? I'm going to be unvaccinated even harder. I'm in that cohort. I have persuaded, not coerced, multiple people close to me to get the vaccine using empathy, education, and logic. These mandates may completely fracture our already unsteady society. Yes, this is the way to do it. People just shut down when you give them the standard talking points or force them into doing something they aren't uncomfortable with. I do this all the time with vaccine-hesitant parents in my practice, not just COVID. Why can't people get this? My doctor laughed at me when I said I didn't want it. Then later, when I asked his opinion specifically on the J&J vaccine, Johnson & Johnson, he dismissed with get whatever you are comfortable with. I'll be finding a new doctor. Get whatever you are comfortable with. I guess the doctor is just tired of you, dude. But I don't know. Of course, we were not going to question our doctors, but also doctors are involved in a huge scandal of allowing sugar to be freed onto the people, because the thing is, the sugar industry will not thrive if all doctors were to say that sugar is bad for your health. Yes, these are the same people who does that. I keep seeing history being this is a new one. I keep seeing history being rewritten, so let me offer a Cliff's Notes version. We all effing stayed home. We all masked. We were all in this together until the restrictions became unreasonable. That's so true. Because here's the thing, I still don't mind if the restrictions become unreasonable, but the people live and prosper. Meaning, people have good economy, like everyone's rich, everyone's doing fine. But problem is, there's so many poor people. Sorry about that. But the thing is, there's so many Malaysians right now, they're suffering because they don't have money. They don't have a way to stay alive. And the government making all of this weird restrictions of like, you can't go meet your parents, you can't go cross state, you can't do this, you can't do that. Businesses have to close by 8. We had the businesses closed by 8 sort of scheme right here in my place. But it's very different in Japan because people are generally in a good spot. In Malaysia, however, with a lot of corruption, and I can attest to that, I can definitely 100% prove to you that there's a huge corruption in Malaysia. I'll give you one. I'll give you one glaring proof that we are super corrupted. Japan versus Malaysia. Japan are obviously mega in terms of economy compared to Malaysia. But Malaysia, despite the fact that we have freaking gold, silver, timber, antimony back in the days, petroleum, we have petroleum. We still can't be as rich as Japan. Japan has nothing. What does Japan have? Their main source of income are actually trades. They take things in and they make them into cars, right? And they make engines and stuff like that. And look, Malaysia is full of corruption in this case. So that alone proves that Malaysia has a lot of corruption. So getting back to my point is that in a country that is more corrupted like Malaysia, if you lock businesses until 8 p.m., it just makes people have a shitty day, dude. Like, it doesn't help. It just makes people more stressed. We didn't get haircuts. We missed deaths of loved ones from other diseases. We put off funerals. We put on masks. We social distance, not for 15 days, but 30 days. 45 days. 2 years here. I mean, in Malaysia, I think it was like a year and a half. We watched as our businesses closed, our events canceled, and then we watched Nancy Pelosi get a haircut, and you defended her. That is actually true. We watched Gavin have dinner with friends, and you defended him. We watched as he protested and rioted and looted and burned, all the while telling us we were horrible for being mad about the draconian measures implemented that shut down our gyms and bars and theaters. We were in this together when you said you wouldn't trust the vaccine under Trump. We were in this together when we acted like the experts knew what the F they were talking about, even as they changed their position in the matter of days. We did it your way. It didn't work. So take your revisionist bullshit and go hide under your bed. You acted like HCQ is an experimental drug. It isn't. You act like ivermectin is only for horses. It isn't. I don't know about this much, so I don't, You act like you follow the science. You don't. If you did, you wouldn't hold the positions you do. This isn't about being anti-vax. This is about your arrogance and rewriting history to make you feel better about being the Nazis at this point in history. You think your patience is running out? Lol, F you. I know people that couldn't hold their family members' hands as they died because of COVID. F your inconvenience. I know people that lost their businesses. F your running out of patience. I think it's time you give the unvaxxer credit. Many of us have already had COVID and lived. Hell, mine was treated early with vitamins and it wasn't even at flu strength. No, COVID is not hoax. It absolutely should be taken seriously. But maybe it should have been taken seriously by your side the entire time. Our patience ran out last year. Early this year. Welcome to the club. So someone tried to refute this guy's point. His name is Clay West at Urgeman, Las Vegas. Pretty cool name. Nice. Number 1, we all didn't stay home. That's true. Number 2, we all didn't wear masks. That's true. Big box retailers, grocery, and DIY stores remained open. That's true. Tens of millions of essential workers went to work. We were never all in this together, and we're still not. Next question. Oh my god, the freaking thing's still going on. Yesterday is. I should tell the freaking office tomorrow. This shows the silliness of this whole pandemic. If it were so deadly, we'd see everything shut down and bodies in the street. Yeah, that's so freaking true. Fact is, 99% survive, and we're all made to suffer. It was obvious we were never all in this together when toilet paper and paper towels disappeared. Pure true. Why does no one say almost 32 million people in the U.S. have survived COVID and have natural antibodies? Try 120 million at the minimum, according to the CDC last year. Yes, number one, yes, we did. We did stay home. Number two, yes, we did wear a mask. This is all anecdotal. We don't have statistics. We still needed some stuff. They had to. They had to. Yeah, exactly. They had to. It's just 1-0. We were never on this together. We're still not. We were in it together. They weren't. We are done. You're ignoring an awful lot of that thread. Yes, and we were told WHO was essential and who was essential and who wasn't. Isn't that special? No, I don't know, but this is just like, I don't know what to say, to be honest. I worked in the hospital unmasked for the first 5 to 6 months. Oh, wait, is this a threat? Yeah. My hospital emptied right out. We had a few COVID patients, released after a day or two. I hated driving past those hero signs. It was a lot of time for TikTok videos. Here is your contained virus. We can get into hospitals to see for ourselves how full hospitals are overflowing. They never actually show any hospital rooms filled with patients. Problem is our answer. I don't really want to know about this. I can only empathize with this threat, while at the same time being pro-vaccine, pro-mask in many cases, and super concerned for my family member currently hospitalized with COVID, not vaccinated. I've hit the patient's wall like you, but I'm still concerned about excess death. I hope your family member recovers. And I'm not anti-vax. I just think people should make their own choices. That's true. That's true. I always stay at home. The rest of this, though, yep, I even got vaccinated. This mandate has pretty torqued off. There's no telling how much overlap there is either. It's set to affect 100 million workers. What if most of those people are already vaccinated? Then it does nada. By stay at home, I meant follow the recommendations. But yes, not everyone could actually stay at home. Yeah, that's true. Hey, at least I made it all that time without a vaccine. I've only been fully vaxxed for 10 days. Feeling okay, no horn growing. That's in week 2. But you basically get the gist of this. You know, I really agree with the dude. Let's just put it right there. Oh, Ibjala, made another comment. I love Ibjala's tweet. Ideology women empowerment yang feminist bawa ni end goal dia satu je. To ruin as many women as possible, so all women will be as worthless as themselves. Perjuangan jijik yang dihiasi bayangan syaitan untuk mengaburi manusia. So if you don't know, Demi Lovato, is this her? Didi Lovato. I assume that's Demi Lovato. Made this Instagram post. So I think she's a transgender. Wait, she's like, she took a digital break, quote unquote, and she claimed that she's a guy who transgendered herself or something, like something to do with gender. Like she was trying to how to say, understand herself and her identity, right? So this is what she posted. Be a slut, show your body, get naked, have all the safe, different, consensual sex you want, be kinky, the M word, make and watch the P word, make money. Just a reminder that being sexual is okay. It's not okay. Being sexual is not okay. If you're somebody who's being sexual with a lot of people, okay, I don't care. But please, don't think of it as something good. Never justify the action. Like, please, you're making a fool out of yourself. Cuba teka, jika semua perempuan berpulun-pulun berzinasakan, jantina mana yang untung dan jantina mana yang rugi? Institusi keluarga yang untung atau institusi GDP yang untung? Think about it. People treat sex like it's casual. It's not. Sex is unbelievably complicated. It's dangerous. It involves emotion, pregnancy, illness, betrayal. It reaches right down into the roots of someone. You don't play with something like that. Well, you can, but you'll pay. By Jordan Peterson. Okay? And I love this tweet because it's Peterson. Okay? I have some things that I disagree with Jordan Peterson, especially when he talks about Islam, because his opinion can be pretty skewed sometimes. This thing is not new, and it's not a secret that feminists semua advocate zina. Tuhan mereka adalah konsen, bukannya Allah. Ideologi feminis hanyalah membawa kebinasaan dunia dan akhirat. So feminist SJW and Libtard perjuangkan women empowerment untuk berzina dan konsen. Yang untung adalah para lelaki yang sampai yang melakukan seks tanpa tanggungjawab. This is so freaking true, because the thing is, most of the people who's pushing the movement of like, it's okay to have sex with consent, even though you're not married, it gives a chance for freaking horny guys to just do a one night or a hookup. You know, if this thing is not prevalent, guys would be like, shoot, we have no choice. We can't find anybody to do the thing that we want, like to commit infidelity. We don't have anybody to do that with, so we're probably just going to be improving ourselves and get married and have sex. Who doesn't want to have sex? Everyone wants to have sex. It's reality. No, okay? So when women keeps on saying like, okay, I don't care, I should be free, let me do whatever the things that I want. The one that is actually going to benefit out of all this are guys. Usually it's guys. Because guys don't get pregnant. Girls get pregnant. How many girls have got pregnant from other guys? Right? Have you heard guys get pregnant from making sex? No. It doesn't happen that way. But anyways. Yang untung adalah para lelaki yang sampah yang mahukan seks tanpa tanggungjawab. Perempuan dapat apa? Dapat rosak emosi mental, dapat STD, newt tersebar, maruah hilang. Empowerment kot mana entah? Akai tak ada. Kalau nampak individu atau grup yang encourage perempuan untuk post selfie banyak-banyak, untuk tayang gambar sesi banyak-banyak, untuk buat post cambuh jan, kononnya itu empowerment, tingkatkan confidence, ketahuilah, mereka hanya nak jadikan anda saja nafsu lelaki-lelaki sampah. Kah? What's so funny is that most of these girls who practice empowerment, like, I'm empowered, I can wear anything that I want, I can post anything that I want. You guys should probably control your eyes. You should look at me as much. I agree. Guys shouldn't be doing that. And you, so do you. You shouldn't be doing this as well. Like, we should be working with each other instead of making each other like an enemy. You know? But it's so funny to see, like, feminist arguments, dude. Like, literally, you shouldn't be freaking enemies to us. And what's so funny is that they're saying that this is empowerment. This is like making women, like giving women the rights to do anything they want and become literally freaking sexual object for other horny guys is empowerment, apparently. Merepeklah koib, asal perempuan nak jadikan perempuan lain saja nafsu lelaki sampah. We protect each other. Wrong. FIC is inherent. I don't know what's FIC. Younger and modest women are always envied by older women who are hoes, knowing men desire the former most. To protect each other is fake. That's so true. Younger and modest women are always envied. So they kind of like, I want you guys to be like us too. Next, you know. Demi Lovato tu rada sakit jiwanya, bipolar kalau nggak salah. Mungkin udah lepas obat jadi makin error. Oh, talk to pejilat besar Demi bengap si I Heart Scarjo. Oh, even the freaking Twitter name is like freaking I love Scarlett Johansson. Like a creep. What the hell? Who cares? Is misinformation and misunderstanding about Scarlett Johansson versus Disney. Yeah, I care. You. This is the ideology that's being pushed by freaking feminists nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. Ideologi yang merosakkan wanita dan merosakkan institusi kekeluargaan. Wanita yang ada fahaman ini rata-rata sakit mental. Masuk umur 40 ada yang menyesal dan mengaku tersilap tapi dah terlambat. Wanita disuruh jangan kahwin. Diajar benci lelaki. Tak digalakkan ada anak. Kalau kahwin, diajar cara minta cerai. Such an evil ideology. Anti-family and anti-human. We know their goal, depopulation. I mean, I don't know if their goal is depopulating people. I don't think they care really with the population. Lepas tu ada yang kata Rasulullah juga feminis. Mula-mula feminis. Lepas tu dia jadi golongan LGBTQ+. Awal kemunculan golongan ini okey je. Bila dah makin melaut, perjuangan tak apa-apa. Habis merosakkan keamanan negara. Hak kami kebebasan bersuara. Tapi kenapa salah gunakan? Pelik golongan perjuangan feminis LGBTQ ni. Nah, that's very anecdotal. I'm not gonna really talk about that. But anyways, the next one. Because I have no idea what to talk about the previous one. The family had to resort to social media to fight for justice for his death. Today, the suspect is finally charged with murder. It should not have taken this long. Man lost his life. So, a lot of people just kind of agree. Yeah, it's so true, man. It's so true. 10,000 likes, 9,000 retweets. The man was seen assaulting the Ipoh security guard has been charged with murder. So, this is an example of why you shouldn't trust an article immediately because somebody dismissed it. Somebody dismissed it if I'm not mistaken. Wait. Well, I think it was this one, or maybe I was wrong. The suspect remained free. Previous charge was in March until after the charges were reclassified to murder. Justice did take too long for the victim. Thank you, YBM Kula, for standing by the family. Arrest suspect security against guard case quickly. So this is by Free Malaysia Today. Petaling Jaya, Perak Police have been asked to state whether an arrest would be made soon of a suspect linked to the assault and death of a security guard. M. Kulas Segaran, the lawyer for the guard's family, questioned why the arrest had yet to be made. Why is this person walking around freely? He said in a video clip posted online. I mean, he should be arrested with battery assault, right? It should be, at least. Kulas said murder is a non-bailable offense. Perak Police Chief Mior Farida Latrash Wahid said that last night the police were awaiting further instruction from the Attorney General's chambers after having reclassified the death of the security guard as murder on Tuesday. The guard was assaulted while on duty at the swimming pool of a condominium here in December but died at home last week. A post-mortem held the cause to be a lung infection. The suspect has previously been charged in March with assaulting the guard and is awaiting sentencing. The case is to be mentioned in court on September 9. Okay. September 9. Today is September 15, so 6 days ago. Suspect has been previously... Okay. Mentioned in court. So these are the facts about the case. Tava Sagayam was assaulted on December 29, 2020. This freaking last year, bro. It's been 8 months. He died at home 8 months later. The suspect was previously charged under Section 335 of the Penal Code, no minimum imprisonment and max 4 years imprisonment and or max 4,000 ringgit fine and remained free on bail. Number 4, it was reported that the Perak police chief claimed that he could not rearrest the suspect who was earlier charged with assault for murder. Perak police chief later claimed that he had not said this and has referred case to AGC. 4 NGOs lodged police reports to probe the investigating officer as it has been 10 days since Tava's death and no action had been taken against the suspect. Suspect is charged with murder on September 9, 2021. I agree, it's kind of late, right? It was like December 2020, so it's like literally 9 months. Just it took too long for Tava. Oh, something on the FB. I'm gonna watch this a little bit. Oh, wait. Strong message. AGC terima paper pendakwaan dari polis Perak 3 hari lepas dia mati lah bodoh. 30 Ogos AGC terima, seminggu lepas tu mahkamah dakwa. 10 hari apa benda? Kau ingat hari ni mati, hari ni hantar paper, hari ni terus mahkamah dakwa ke bodoh. Parti muda ni memang penyebar fitnah dan bodoh. Habis dah kenapa nak bodoh-bodohkan orang? I mean that's pretty true, but then if you really want to argue on somebody, like make a decent point. Like don't do it this way, man. It makes people not wanting to, listen to you. Doctor, let me explain to you in simple words. Uncle ni baru meninggalkan. Takkan 8 bulan dahulu semasa uncle ni masih hidup, pihak pendakwaan nak charge OKT dengan murder offense. Salah satu elemen bunuh iaitu berlakunya kematian pun masih berlaku pada masa itu. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like, he didn't even die. He died after 8 months. And the cause of death is from lung infection. And we have to prove that the lung infection is directly caused by the suspect, or a result in the suspect's action 8 months prior. Terima kasih atas penjelasan yang saya setuju. Poin yang saya ingin tekankan adalah masa menunggu terlalu lama untuk mendapatkan keadilan manakala suspek kekal bebas hingga charges ditukar ke 302. I think your point masih sama. Kan dia dah cakap kena ada elemen kematian sebelum nak tukar ke 302. And previously when uncle still alive, the suspect tu already been charged since January for causing grievous hurt. Tapi tak silap berbulan-bulan tak ada apa-apa tindakan yang firm dalam kes itu. Suspek bebas, family nak tuntut apa pun terbantut. Bila baca posting asal, officer yang handle kes tu pun tak buat apa-apa. Uncle tu sampai berkali-kali masuk surgery. Suspek masih bebas, kes tak jadi apa-apa during that time. I agree that there should be an action taken on the dude, because that was battery assault. I mean, I don't know the law that much, but I know that if you hit somebody like that, you can be sued. Oh, that should definitely go to court. Sebab tindakan dah diambil that time. Okay, I didn't know this. Sebutan semula kes dia 335, sepatutnya 9 September. Tapi dekat-dekat nak tiba tarikh tu, ada evidence baru tu yang keluar CCTV tu. So based on new evidence tu, polis buka new kertas siasatan, end up reclassified jadi 302. Sebutan semula kes baru ini 18 Oktober. Setuju dengan Tun. Bab begini kita tak boleh jadi emosi sangat. This is what I'm trying to say. Okay? This is what I'm trying to say. This happened with freaking Stolberger with 50,000, right? Who the F? Yeah, snap me. This is what I'm trying to say with the Stolberger as well. It's the same stuff. Now, here's the thing. We always get emotional, and that's the same case with Ayn Husnizad. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, let the people do their jobs. Let the people do their jobs. And people say, oh, the judiciary system is bad, the police are bad. It doesn't give us the power to be like, oh, we should do something wrong. We should go against the system and do against our own religious beliefs or our own moral code. In this case, lying. We shouldn't be lying, right? Yeah, even at that time juga saya personal kenapa evidence lambat release. After further research from FB, family uncle tu, dia kata atas sebab legal advice, rupanya at the time uncle tu still alive, which saya pun unaware of masa itu. So now dah terjawab soalan. Kalau nak query pun mungkin on the long gap antara date sebulan kes, but I do not proses mahkamah ni, it takes time. Cuma the reason why diorang hold evidence tu, I'm not sure. My take is, number one, if release awal masa uncle tu still alive, charges still tak ubah sebab tak ada elemen kematian. Uncle tu mungkin tengah nazar and inevitable atas legal advice, diorang akan release evidence should the worst happens. If hukuman jatuh awal at that time and pesalah tengah jalani hukuman, justice akan lagi delay sebelum next tangkapan akan dibuat. Again, ini hanya kemungkinan. Mesti teruk doktor ni, apa motif entah. Menelan merapu dia ni pagi-pagi. Banyakkan baca berita semasa OKT tu. Dah berapa bulan yang lepas dah didakwa pun atas kecederaan yang dia lakukan. Elemen dalam kanun keseksaan jelas, dia tak ada. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't change the camera. I'm so sorry. Elemen dalam kandung keseksaan jelas. Dia tak ada mungkin nanti, mungkin jika teringat tentang aku. Untuk pertuduhan bunuh, perlu berlaku kematian. Izal, jomlah kita gantung rope and beat. Jadi chef pula. Bagi orang lain pula buat kerja kita. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, like, take the tweet down. Take the tweet down, Dr. Tanusha. Oh, she's in Parti Muda. Okay. Vice President and co-founder of Parti Muda. I should follow her and see her points, you know. Turn on the notification. I want to see what Parti Muda is like, because I've heard a lot of conspiracy about these people, right? But yeah, it's a whole lot of things, so I can't. But Parti Muda I think it's a super shady. I think they're gonna bring a lot of elements of liberalism to our country, which I'm very, 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 very worried, and I don't want that to really happen. But you know, so that's all with the ramblings that we have today. So I'm using this freaking jacket because it's freaking news show, like a Twitter talk. It's professional. Want to buy a new mic because this mic's freaking dirty. Probably might buy a better mic, to be honest, but need to save some money because I'm going to university. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. We're gonna tune in tomorrow. There's not many people watching the freaking live, so I'm probably just gonna make this like a freaking video and upload it and title it with something spicy, because that's the thing that I should have been doing. But anyways,